if the Rakan just gets shut down, gets caught, on entry by a Cocoon and ends up taking a ton of damage, it's really hard to win those ensuing trades.
Maybe. But yeah, he's pretty tall. Not that tall, actually.
Lehens has an opportunity, gets a cleanse.
Yeah, the cleanse comes out on the Cocoon, but Lehens is still going in. He's still going forward. He knows he has the repel, and Viper's getting low. Finally, the back comes out, but there it is. The first blood goes to Delight anyway. As he's in the bush, the knockup comes in, and a couple more axes get the job done. There was no escaping for Jiwoo, and it's just a 2v2 victory to Hanwha Life Esports.
Comfortably take these grubs. And because Peanut was rotating up, they can't cross-map.
Uh-oh, there's the sweep. Zeka in a bit of trouble, goes back in, and doesn't use it himself, actually. Waits to use the Emperor's Divide.
I guess didn't have full vision on.
Oh, Flash comes in. Forces the Flash. Calyx really testing Zeka today.
Yeah, I thought for a moment he was worried about where Gideon was, but he actually had him tracked on the ward. As,
well, yeah, he's getting ulted here. And there you go. That's why you save your
Emperor's
Divide. And so they lose all 3 grubs, which Nongshim will be quite happy about, I'd say, especially with the Jace and mid lane that's going pretty well. But Hanwha Life Esports do get this first Dragon. I said in the first series, Dragons are kind of fake.
Composition. Don't let him get those cash-ins. Don't let him get accelerated.
Oh, Delight. Here we go again. The max range Cocoon comes through, but it's still Rakan. Knockup goes in on the Lehens. There's the charm. They want to try to all in onto the Elise. Lehens very low, but the follow-up here from Viper a little bit slow. They're still going to use the Fate's Call, and Lehens goes back in. And this is in a lot of danger, but they have the backup, and down goes Zeka. Will trade his life for it, but they give a kill over to Nefiri with that play. Nicely done by Nongshim.
Yeah, really well played there. And the ult coming through from Calyx, stealing Delights at the final moments there.
On this a lot of Ghost played by many different champs nowadays. As they're going to fight for this one. Smite does come through from Peanut early. Calyx is in the thick of things. He's got the Sindao ult. Meanwhile, Zeka once again isolated on the right side. He's just going to go down. But they do get the kill onto Calyx for trading mid laners. Look at Zeus finally showing up to the fight. He's just burning Ziyu down. Goes extremely deep for that, though. Nearly loses his life to the doggies there at the end. And guess what? Kingdom wasn't even a part of that fight, and still it was close.
Yeah, was very close. And he's not anywhere near to getting this turret, so he's not going to be getting first brick off of the play while he sits down here. A little bit of plate gold does go over.
Yeah. They're not real.
Jace, it could be real.
I mean, Kingdom has Flash, but I don't know if he gets away from this one. As the follow flash comes through from Zeka, it is very textbook. As he goes in and gets a kill. Zeka, he got bullied the whole game.
Dragon. They don't have to win the team fight. They don't have to wrestle Pryo away. They just watch Nongshim walk out, get a kill on Kingdom to say thank you very much. So now 2 Dragons to lead for another Chemtech Soul. Familiar with her kit, yeah. Both of them.
Played against it a couple times.
Yeah. Well, this is not looking good for this turret. The turret, chances of turret survival looking minimal. But in exchange, a Herald goes down, so if they go for the bottom turret with that Herald, its chances of survival are minimal. The mid and top turrets, though, are very healthy. There's not a ton of control. They could try to hard force here and look for a dive, but it's in Azir with Emperor's Divide. Doesn't have any teammates yet as Delight isn't here. So they will actually successfully, knowing that bottom pressure was there, say, okay, there's not enough people here to stop this. Zeka respects. As soon as you see Zeka walking away there, too, you just know. This is half of this turret gone, but the TP is committed.
Yeah, so Zeka says, goodbye, Peanut. It was nice knowing you. And that's going to be a shutdown given over to Kingen. Meanwhile, the chase is still on. We got some axes flying in.
Oh,
no! The snipe is perfect!
You can't just back there where they last saw you, or you're going to get caught! He got caught!
He got caught. I mean, the Draven was the last pick, right? You don't often see the R5 AD carry. But into this comp, I feel like it's got a lot of ways to just chunk frontliners. As long as he dodges Jace poke,
yeah,
and he's still going to get healed up by the Rakan. I feel like this Draven, as long as it gets off the ground, it's going to be so good in this game.
I mean, it's levitating, as we put it earlier. It's off the ground. And Calyx.
Dua Lipa. All right, let's go in. Oh, the engage from Delight is beautiful, and from the team as well. And Nongshim, they just abandoned ship. They're just like, nope, 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 no. We cannot fight this.
Such a beautiful play from Delight. It denies any sort of follow-up from Nongshim. They're just completely zoned away. Lehens.
There he is, Repel again. He comes down.
Because they're all here, they could just say, we'll take a turret instead.
Yeah, I don't think he can really try to turn this one around. Calyx standing under the turret by himself, already flashed, steals the Rakanal just to survive, and has to flash as well. I mean, that's not it's not what you want to see, although Peanut did have to flash as well, I guess.
Well, if you're a Nongshim fan, you're like, cool, successful, Otacon deny. But if you're a Hanwha fan, you're like,
is that the cope angle? I mean, I guess.
If you're a Hanwha fan, you're like, well, 2 turrets and a kill.
Just keep going. I mean, they don't have an angle here at all. And there's nothing here either. Zeus is like, I'm just going to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Just going to get a nice little flank. Okay, well, now there's no TP. And Zeus gets a kill.
And a kill.
But they denied the Otacon.
They did deny the Otacon.
I'm glad you caught that, Wolf.
I do feel like this was a pretty good Callista angle with what they had in the draft. When you have a Callista comp and you're running the Sylas, you don't have consistent damage really in a team fight. You're kind of looking for Jace to lead in and then you follow up. It gets tougher. Now, if you have a
I think they get this
vision hole on the map and you can start this Otacon quickly, you're going to force a response here. Still not guaranteed. Viper's so far away, though.
Yeah.
Has his ult, at least.
Well, Zeus is going to find Calyx up 2 levels, and the rest of the team is just getting in onto Calyx so quickly. King and also getting incredibly low. Calyx is just out of the fight. He's not even part of this game. As in the rest of them go, Peanut lives for so long and gets the knock-up, dodges the shock blast, and it's a triple kill to Zeka. Penta angle coming on in, making a quadra. We're just going to get another Penta today. Zeka picks it up again.
Another Penta for the man. 7 kills on the Azir. You cannot do Otacon, say Hanwha Life Esports, and this Otacon deny, I feel like, was the big story. And now Hanwha Life just going to, after the clean ace, walk down the top lane and end the game. As simple as that. Volatile comps here against each other. Hanwha Life pull ahead. And beautiful team fights across the board. Delight looking so good on this Rakan.
Yep, it's one of the picks you can't give him. They could just hit the Nexus, but instead they go for the fight, and Zeus dies, which I believe is his only death of the game.
And I think it's very safe to play Jhin into Maokai because you're very rarely going to be in harm's way. It's a little bit tougher to play, though, the Jax and the Skarner. So if you get rooted, you know, your whole kit just doesn't work.
Danger nearby. They don't know. And Peanut is not here, as there you go, flash on in. Zeka in a lot of trouble, does flash on over to his Skarner, and Calyx says, nope, I can't go in on that one. Peanut a little bit too scary, as guess what, Delight's here as well. Zeka in a bit of trouble, but he's just going to get a bit of damage, and actually it's totally fine. Gideon flashed down as he used it for the engage, and now he can't get out. That's first blood over to Peanut.
This quite unique pick that Kingen has brought out. Kingen had a bit of a weird eco on his back, so bought a Dark Seal with his tier and a Mana Crystal, which aren't in isolation really going to be items that are going to help him out too much here, versus the Null Magic Mantle, which feels actually quite valuable in this situation, as well as even the boots for Zeus. Really starting to feel like he's pulling ahead in this matchup for now.
So Peanut went from Drake, and he's going to be here for the grubs as well.
Just in time.
So they get the smite, yes, but that means that Nongshim only get 1. So Hanwha Life Esports, to get the first blood, they're getting kind of everything Hanwha Life in this case. And you see that Gideon just kind of has to back awkwardly.
Kingen intended it to, so far.
Yeah. I mean, now he's got his ult, so he's a lot more useful. I think he missed the cannon, and now he doesn't have his flash. Peanut is here. He is going to get the stun onto Peanut, and there's the ult, but eventually you just get hounded down by the Jax. Into the egg he goes, and you see Gideon's just doing the wolves.
Yeah,
like,
nothing
he can do.
He's too far away to even just stop them with the ult. I think that's why Kingen pathed that way, because he was like, maybe if I get just far enough, the very edge of Gideon's ult could save me and I get out. But nope, will lose his passive and his life, so doesn't have his passive for the next potential exchange.
Well, Viper is going to go for the cleanse. Nice play from Lehens to go in with the flash first, but do they have the damage to finish him off? A couple more autos will do it, and Ziyu will get the kill, but he's dead. And so it's not good enough. Yes, you take down Viper, but it's just immediately traded back. Twos in game threes where all of their main stuff is banned away. You see a lot of top laners struggling and trying to go for weird stuff like Yorick. And there's the Impale, the cleanse, not going to exactly work out. And guess who's here? It's Ace. Oh, the pull is fantastic. And it is going to save him for just a moment, as eventually Peanut has to get the dirty work done again.
I don't even want to blame Nongshim too much for this. It's just Hanwha looking super clean as pinging.
Well, we're going to be flashing on in. Very nicely done by Delight to get in front of that hook. Not sure if it was on purpose, but Lehens is just stunned to death. As eventually he does go down, the Maokai ultimate holds him in place for a bit. Zeka in a bit of trouble. Calyx desperately wants a kill. He'll get one, and immediately he's hounded on by the rest of Hanwha Life as they do take him out. Peanut is just so tanky at this point, but he will be also taken down, as that is the bounty taken by Kingen. Nice little angle here, though, by Zeus, who, again, as we talked about, does not care about a single thing. Just going to jump on in. He's got backup, although Delight is going to miss. Now Zeus in an awkward spot, goes back in, gets the kill, and Ziyu just can't do anything, although Delight will have to pay for it with his life.
Man, Zeus at this point has just earned his right to have a blue side Jax ban. I remember his other play he had earlier this year where he just popped off of the team fight as well on this pick and lived forever. It's not enough for Nongshim. Like, they didn't trade up in this fight. They didn't get any edges. And this Jax is becoming such a huge problem. Like, the Jax was already a problem, already a huge threat, already going to be a side lane issue.
Oh boy.
He just want to get the kill.
Mountain Soul when you're already playing Leona Skarner into Blitzcrank. Will Lehens do anything in this game? It's not his fault, it's just the Blitzcrank. Gideon tends to take a bunch of damage, but baits them into this fight as Delight is going back in. Doesn't care if he dies. Nobody on Hanwha Life Esports cares about anything as they continue to go in. And it's going to be the cancel on the Jhin ult. Zeus, again, doesn't care, goes back, gonna take down Lehens. Kingen has to flash. And this Anivia just isn't doing anything just yet.
Oh, man.
Still waiting to finish his rod.
You've got your res, but you probably want to keep it. Probably just walk away. They're a little bit tired of these encounters in the jungle.
Oh, man. They don't need the XP.
No, they don't.
They're going to win the fight anyway. They're going back in onto Delight, who, again, is just tanking everything with his face. There's the hook, and, yeah, he will be taken down for it. But guess who got another kill? It's Zeus on his Jax, 5-0.
5 kills on this Jax. But I can understand why there's a lot of respect being shown.
Well, they're going to take this 2v3, it looks like. Hanwha Life Esports have decided the turret is not going down fast enough. Gideon takes a couple of turret shots, and he will be sacrificed. That's kill number 6. How many more will we get in this game? Let's count together.
Yeah, they banned the Akali that got 15 kills, but they forgot about the Jax.
Well, maybe number 7 coming in, guys. Say it all together. 7. Yay. We're counting together. Zeus, 7 kills.
Yep.
It's still not 100 CS.
He and the count could hang out. As long as he's on the same team as... This is bold.
Well, is it? I mean, they're just bullying, man. Hanwha Life are just a bunch of bullies.
Auto battler. Oh man, I'm like, hey, wait, I gotta turn that off. My AI keeps using the ult in a weird place. No, it just checks out. And Zeka was on the flank there.
It didn't do anything.
No.
We do have a TP coming in. And they do want to fight for this one. Another hook on the Skarner. I mean, it's just not playable for the Blitzcrank right now. A bit of damage on him from Ziyu, but it's all going into Skarner again. Oh, nicely done by Calyx, though. Finds the angle on a Zeka. But Zeus just got here. The follow-up on a Calyx. They punish him for trying to go in and assassinate the 2 tanks. And now Viper's flashing on in. It's just a massacre of the Jax flavor. Another one comes in, and that's going to be the end of the Anivia.
Let Zeus have it. Let him have it.
Zeus doesn't want it. He hit Legendary. It's enough. 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought maybe...
Anivia has Rod of Ages, though?
My like...
It's just the Zeus angle. I said it at the beginning, and I meant it. You know, it's really Chovy and Zeus that are kind of both trying to get that #1 spot in the LCK as the best player this season.
So you are a big Final Fantasy X enjoyer.
Yes.
Tidus or Titus?
I always called it Titus, but I think it is actually Titus.
I'm Team Titus. All right, we're having a fight.
You and I, or the
Both!
Okay, well, they're going in. Polite is just, he only knows forward. He's only going forward. And he has died so many times in the weirdest ways.
Well,
4 deaths already.
I don't think that was the most ideal or opportunistic way to set up a secure of that turret by Hanwha Life Esports. I will say the window, you know, maybe there's a slight crack in it. You can see a little sunlight after this. But what can they turn this into? There's no dragon. You know, Otacon hasn't spawned yet, even though there are 25 kills in this game.
Turn it into the grub. Or just maybe almost die. Actually, just die. Yeah, Peanut's got the angle. Now, will Zeus get any other kills is what I'm curious about. As now, Viper hits 6, I believe. In goes Zeus into 3. Knows that he's got a lot of follow-up, but he goes down. 1,000 gold to Calyx. But Zeus is really just baiting them back into the fight here so that maybe his team can do the Otacon in 18 seconds. Kingen is dead, as they're all giving him thumbs up. I think they're really not happy that he picked Anivia into them.
Yeah. Well, this game is really done and dusted, though, isn't it, Valdez? Like, for just a second there, it looked like maybe they were going to turn it into a Gromp play, like you said.
Yeah.
Maybe they were going to get the Gromp. Maybe they were going to get something off of that Delight overextension, but they're just so far behind.
On the tanks was because Zeus peeled so well. Lahen's in trouble. The Jin locks him down, and you've got a couple of tanks, and you see Nongshim are just running away from him. You're going to give that kill over to Viper, and going to miss that last shot, but it's number 7.
Magic number for Zeus. Get away from me, ugly scorpion! He might actually be in trouble. He doesn't have flash.
Calyx is here. We got Lahen's here. Peanut in trouble. He's going to have to pay for his sins. Down he goes.
Oh, Peanut calling auto-battling again. I mean, that
What
was...
is the... I always said my Scorpion's so deep. One time.
Hemi did have a few pauses across his time.
Well, you're getting flanked, and Hanwha Life have found you again. Delight is only going forward. He aims for Jiu, misses kind of pathetically, doesn't care. Zeus still super dead. The Zeus flank comes in, and Gideon is also going to go down. Just dodge the Jin bullet, I guess.
He got 1 kill there. The little was taken from him. So we're at 9.
He's getting close to 12. You guys,
what are you? What are we? Got him! Got him!
They got the look.
Worth, get out! Worth! Oh, get out!
Yeah, huge play by Nongshim here. Oh! Ooh, Calyx.
I mean,
a little feisty.
I do appreciate. I mean, like Nongshim, there is no window back into this one, I don't think. But I mean, finding stragglers, finding people who are just kind of, I don't know.
Zeus is like, I dare you to hook me. My whole team's here. I got my squad with me. And Gideon's like, oh no, where's my squad? Somebody help me, please. And he's actually going to live with the help of his team. So there you go.
The Roots keep Hanwha at bay, but it's not going to stop them now from taking this Baron, or at least attempting to.
Well, they might just take Nongshim instead. Yep. Jiu doesn't get to play the game. He's gone reverse legendary at this point. He's got 8 deaths. Lahen's goes down. Kingen gets pulled over his own wall. The worst feeling as an Anivia player. And there you go. It's 3 kills. We're looking for more. The Mikhails comes out, and he will survive. Man, I don't know about their base, though.
It does not feel like Baron just spawned. You know what I mean? I feel like we've watched 40 minutes of just an absolute. There's not a word in the English language to explain. Egg time. Kane can't do anything. There's nothing here for Nongshim. But this has just been one of the most demoralizing stomps we have seen in a while, because Nongshim are still trying, you know?
Nongshim are a top 5 team in the LCK.
Yeah.
They're a top 5 team, legitimately. and Hanwha Life are giving them the beating of a lifetime. Lahen's, he's pretty much dead, although he is going to get away for now.
I mean, the Ash Peel is real in this. Oh, get rocked.
The alley-oop. Get rocked. I like that. Who got the kill, though? Oh, it was Peanut.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah, he's trying to catch up now, you know? We got the Red Bull Baron power play, by the way. As Gideon and Kingen will eventually be ran down here. Kill goes to Zeka, who believes he's still in the running for the kill play, as even Flash is going to be used. Number 9, number 10, actually, for Viper. Who's taking the lead.
I think that's it, too. I think that's 12 of the game.
12 assists?
Yeah, he is very large, very big, very in charge. That's a nice try.
Yeah. Can't do that to Aurora. Down goes the Nexus. That's a 2-0 from Hanwha Life. Everybody's got a big smile on their faces, even Peanut.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.